But I'd like to executive me to tell you about the BeltBox Vocal Dampener. I mean, you could tell, I thought this was probably one of the best ways you could.
The BeltBox Vocal Dampener. You've seen the unboxing, maybe? I did that a while ago. Now, a lot of us are stuck indoors, so wouldn't say I've rushed this review. I'm kind of doing it live, though I've used it. I wanted to use it more extensively, and I wanted to try it with other people, though obviously I wouldn't want to share it, even in normal circumstances, as you can imagine, let alone where there's a virus. I mean, it'd be a transmitter or something, wouldn't it? But I wanted to show it to a few people and have them stand outside, like students and stuff, whilst I tried it on. Maybe when doing some of the shouty stuff we're doing in the class, I might put it on and just ask for their opinion on the amount of sound it cuts down. But I haven't been able to do any of that because all my teaching and all my gigs are gone. I say that to you one more time. All my teaching and all my gigs are gone overnight. But I'm here. I'm well. Thank you very much. I hope you are. I'm cycling and I'm using my bull worker. I've done a video on that. So, okay. Important then to get this done, because this is the time you might want to buy one more than ever, because you want to practice and you're at home in a flat as I am. Can I mention something else? Can I mention something else? So you get the picture. For some time, because I live in a flat, it's been an issue. Can't sing, really. So I do it other people's places, or I get into school early, or if there's a half-hour break, my lunch, or can stay late. And sometimes students are on, they don't turn up, so I use that time. So most of my practice I can figure out at the school, which is great, make as much noise as I like. Here, forget it. So during the summer, a couple of years ago, I bought the Isovox hood thing, £800, I think. Cuts the sound down by 40%. That'll do better than nothing. £800, mind you. And 40% means if you're going to do stuff, you can't redo the loud stuff. But for warming up and general exercises. So for some time I've been thinking, can I come up with something? Because students were saying we can't practice. So I've been racking my brains. Anything I thought of that goes over your head, I thought you're going to suffocate. That's no good. Last thing I want is a lawsuit against me. Or last thing I want is people to suffocate first and then sue me. So I'd like to say that this is something I've been looking at. I've been trying to, in my mind, thinking, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? And somebody, instead of saying, what can you do? They've gone ahead and done it. That's number one. So I've got to tell you, I'm supportive of that, not jealous, because I'm not a businessman. I would never got round to it. I'm supportive of that. Let's have a look. How I came by it. Well, YouTube comments, I think, on my review of the Isovox hood thing. I'd never heard of it. Got in touch with them. Email, they immediately said, what's your address? We'll send you one. They did. It turned up. They wouldn't deliver it because there were duties to pay. I was prepared to pay them. I'm that kind of a guy. I told you I'm not a businessman. I was prepared to pay them. But the guy said, pay them, please. Get a receipt. Send us a receipt, and we'll refund the money in your PayPal account. I did. Money turned up. So, BeltBox. What can I say? Thank you. Now, what I'm going to say really, and you'll see why, bear this in mind through the review, ragged though it may be, the overriding feeling for me is this better than nothing? Now, that's not a very great recommendation, is it? However, the thing is, as far as I can see, there's nothing else. Is this better than nothing? Is what I think we want to know. That's what I feel the question is. What I'm going to do then, you had some idea in the intro there. messing around a bit. But I'm going to go through some basic warm-ups and then my exercises to sing thing. Cheesy backings now because I did them years ago, but they still work, the exercises. Ignore the backings. Or don't ignore them, do it with the backings, but, you know, a while ago. And then I'm going to get Mr. Manuel to have a little shout and see. I'm not going to do decibel things and all the rest of it. I had plans to do meters and compare it with all the rest of it. I think you can tell already. Any of you who are used to me speaking here will know this kind of volume and you'll be able to hear when I put the thing on. So let's just do that. So I'm going to sort myself out here because loads of stuff and get my tracks sorted. And then you'll be listening as I do stuff. That's the idea. Here's what I'm going to do. And here's how I practice to my stuff. I know everybody else's that I've got. I put the headphones on, or maybe one, so I can hear them. Obviously, that's why, because I'm listening to the track on my device. And then I do it along with the track, either with in the Isovox or with this. This one can be in the kitchen. I might use a mobile phone type earbuds, because obviously it's a bit not so clumsy as this. A few things. This one is Francis Palmer from a college years ago. I did some work for, and they said, would you alter this and alter that? And they gave me the stuff they'd got. So I've never met Francis Palmer. She sounds like a lovely lady. And what I like about her is that she goes really high and really low. Well, really high. I know it's probably copyrighted somehow or other. Educational in it. So I like this one. This is a 2-octave slide, I believe, on an So it's just a warm-up. Just with a I think she starts quite low, it's 2 octaves. Just to give you an idea, that wouldn't really disturb people because the low notes aren't loud. Here we go. Every now and then I'll take it off, give you a reference. Do it without to start with. So we're starting with couple of things I notice. When I breathe in, I have to remove the thing because they do mention, we'll go through the sheet in a minute, they mention about breathing in. They kind of describe it as an advantage. But you can see when I breathe in, it's sufficient and you can hear the noise. So for me, and also when you're singing, really, you want to be able to breathe, you want to practice breathing quickly because you haven't got time, you need to be at snatch breaths. So you can do that. There is a strap goes around here, as you saw at the beginning. I find that's if it's tight enough to hold it, it seals everything, and it's just, for me, almost impossible. The other thing I noticed with the humming for the low notes on the low notes have a lot of airflow coming through at low pressure, and this, if it's sealed, creates a bit of back pressure. So I feel I have to push a little bit to get the voice to work, and I wonder if over a long period of time practicing like that, that might affect your technique. So what I'm beginning to feel with this is you need to learn how to use it. Some things you just can't do, other things you can do, and other things you have to learn how to use that and compromise this amount it cuts down the sound a bit. That's what I've been finding so far. It's probably enough of that one, you get the idea. What other ones of Francis's do I like? I like a lot of them, actually. Let's try this one. Ka, ku, ki. Ka, ku, ki. So my understanding of these exercises is that you're working the back of the tongue. The jaw should be open and still. Otherwise, ka, ku, ki. It's just a jaw doing. So the idea is a ka, ku, ki. Ka, ku, ki. Ka, ku, ki. And you form the vowels here. Try and leave the jaw still. And it's the back of the tongue against the palate, dropping down on the palate, lifting up. It can also be an anti-nasality exercise. So let's have a go with that and see how this works. going to try again because I couldn't seal. Okay. Works okay because of I've got a big face. So this is something else I've noticed. I think I could do with a larger one. There's only one size as far as I know. I think I could do with a larger one. And also if you're doing kind of bel canto kind of exercise, or you used to do a bit of that, I do a bit of that along with the shouting and screaming. So you've got the space here in the jaw, which gives you more of that kind of a sound. Let's just try that. More. There's comfortable when I let it go a bit. If I had it sealed, there's too much back pressure, and I'm pushing against that one. I just don't feel it's a good idea to get into the habit of. So I have to sacrifice some of the sound reduction in order to make it feel more natural. And there it seals on this, because the time I've done that, well, I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, we'll see when we listen back. It seemed to me to be a significant reduction on that one. So the shapes and the ooh, the U was difficult because my lips touched there. So they used to call me rubber lips at school. Have you heard that one? I don't know if you've heard that. I haven't heard it in decades. They used to call me rubber lips. Mammy, how I love you. So my lips touched there. He did say, oh, you could do it. No. So you got to, I think a larger one might not be a bad idea. We're going to go on and try my exercises now, I think. And then we're going to go through the sheet of paper that's there that says what the manufacturer says. Anything else that Francis has got? I like listening to Francis. I find her very relaxing. No. Well, there's loads, but okay. Let's go to my. So these are kind of, well, I say they're mine. Actually, there's a guy called Mark Malin I used to go to, singing teacher. I think he's still around doing stuff, quite successful. And a lot of these without the tracks and stuff, the general bel canto exercises were passed on to me from him. So here we go, starting to sing. So these are going to be ha and down the scale, but the whole, it's not ha, the idea of them being ha, ho, hoo, he, even the E, yes, not he, but space there. He. So let's see how we get on. I'll do a different vowel on each pass for the shapes and see how well I manage. Breathe in properly, keep it open and free. As best you can. Use a little more air here. Keep open. And use more air. Again, I'll look back. I think a worthwhile reduction, but I need a little bit of jiggery pokery to make it fit with my big face. I think I mentioned, I didn't do Francis's one, but yeah, lip trills for me no good, because my lips are right up against that, so it stops them. They do say, we'll look at the manual now, they do say do it here for lip trills, but then It's touching against there on my big lips, so it stops them from vibrating. But, you know, it doesn't really matter whether you do lip or tongue trills as far as I can see. So, you simply do this instead. I saw it clipping there. So, obvious difference in sound. Going to go through the paper, what they say, and I'm going to give it to the man. I'm going to give it to the man, see what the man say. Here comes the paper. How to use your belt box. This will come up on the screen. I've scanned it. Place the unit firmly over your nose and mouth and when warming up to dampen the sound. The better the seal, the better on your face. But as I've said, depending on the shape of your face, that can be uncomfortable, doesn't work, or even stops certain parts, certain things working. You can either hold it or use the strap for hands-free. I find the strap, I suppose it would work for some things, but it seals so tightly with the strap, and if you have the strap looser, it tends to fall off. And if I have it sealing, I have to do some funny stuff. Let me just show you. I'm not going to put the strap on, but I have to do funny stuff, which you can't, but you know, it'll become a nervous tick if I'm not careful. I start doing it. If you've got months of this isolation business, I'm going to come out when I start singing with the mic. I'll be going every time I breathe in. Might be the thing that, you know, maybe that's what I've been missing all my life. So if it's on a strap, I find myself going, even if I have it fairly loose or something. So I have to do some funny thing to get it. Whereas if you're not on the strap, just a little tilt like that. So for me, maybe for some of you, the smaller face, the strap works, or you find a way of doing something. But okay, it's there anyway, if you want it. Features: nose slits, allow you to close off more of the sound. Well, I wasn't really playing with that. Yeah, maybe. Internal air holes. So the unit slightly limits airflow. Slightly. To encourage. I like yes, me love it. You got to try and sell something, haven't you? The unit slightly limits airflow to encourage deeper diaphragmatic breathing. Now, Mr. Beltbox, are you telling me you designed that in? Or is that a consequence of having to seal the thing up in your face? Well, not for me to say. Yeah. That's clever, and I like that. Yeah, so that's a deliberate thing. Oh, so you have to go to get a lungful, and then it strengthens your muscles. Okay, we'll let that one. We'll skip past that one. Not for me to say. I'm no scientist. For petite faces, there's room. If there's room for air to escape beneath your chin, no way. No room for air to escape at all. Quiet conversations. Feed a standard microphone in between the two layers for discrete conversations, or use it as a sound isolation shield for voiceover recordings. Well, I imagine the discrete conversations bit. Voiceover recordings, I don't know, man. Can you imagine that? It's going to be right up here. There's going to be a kind of boxy sound, and then you're going to get going on possibly. I don't know, again. Well, maybe try it. Additional sound. Turning over the page. Cleaning your belt box. Blah, 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 not scrub. Pay attention to that. Synthetic material. It did have a bit of a pong to it when it came. There's something else. It's, there are loads of warnings. Well, I can imagine that because, you know, people suffocating themselves being silly. Not recommended. 13 years. If you feel lightheaded, discontinue immediately. That's going to make me continue. But anyway, do not over-sing. Yeah, fair enough. Do not sleep with the belt box on. I suppose you've got to do all this. Now, it's not intended to diagnose or treat any... Goodness gracious. If you experience any irritation, yeah. Not using extreme. Do not use for extended periods of time without protection. Doctor or physician. If you have any known medical... Blah, blah, blah. I'm a little concerned about this one. If the inner phone piece starts to degrade, discontinue use immediately and replace. Why would that be? And it did have a bit of a pong, and I wondered if it was releasing something, but the pong seems to have gone. Fine. Gets all a bit hot in there as well, as you can imagine. So that's that. Well, what did I say at the beginning? I said, really. Is it better than nothing? The answer to me is yes. That's the answer for me. Yes. A little bit later. Any improvements? Well, as I've said, I've thought for years on and off of helmet type things, fishbowl type things, kind of things that are all going to be too heavy and kind of cover your whole face. Anything covering your whole head, better watch out with suffocation. So I didn't come up with anything. Someone's come up with something. Thank you. I use it in the kitchen. I use my Isovox as well, because that's obviously, I can just be like with my head in that thing. But I can sit in the kitchen and do quick things with this, and I'm still learning how to make the most of it for myself. I think a larger version, £50 in this country. It's my business, singing all the singing stuff, as you maybe know. So £50, yeah. Maybe at this stage with people who haven't got much money, no work. Did I tell you that? Oh, I did, yeah. Maybe, I don't know, it's your business, but maybe a kind of coronavirus offer. So in this country, £35 for students and people, or maybe a student offer. I don't know. You're a business person. I'm not, or maybe I hope you. Can you do it for that? Maybe shift more, all that kind of stuff. I know nothing about. There's nothing else, as far as I can see, anywhere near that kind of price. And this is not a criticism. It's better than nothing. See what a man says. Maybe you're poor, maybe you have wealth, maybe in demand, or maybe baby on the shelf. Whatever your situation, you know there's one thing you should do. Reject all automation and let me work on you, Mr. Manual. You automatic's not my style. I let the man manipulate the man, manipulate automatic not my style. They call me Mr. Manual, automatic not my style. I let the manually manipulate the manually manipulate the manually manipulate you, manually manipulate you, manually manipulate you. Oh, no. I let the manually manipulate you. It's guaranteed to make you smile. Yeah.